Hello guys, I'm Madeline. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna do this brake caliper with the disc, because after we just finished the exterior of the car in the last tutorial, we need some wheels and also the brake caliper. So in today's tutorial I'm gonna show you how to do it. Stick up till the end and you will get the similar result. And the model is gonna be updated on my City Trader account, so you can download it separated, and it's also gonna be in the car model. So let's start. Okay, so we have the default scene. Of course, we are not needing anything from here. I'm just gonna take one image reference, and I already got one. Let me see where it is. Okay, here we go. I've just selected the image. Let's go with 0 for all the planes for the moment, like that. Let's get to the top view, and I'm gonna rotate it. Let me see, like that. Seems to be straight. Okay, see, so that seems to be the right panel. So I'm gonna bring a plane. Let me see how much I'm getting up. So something like that. I guess that's enough. I'm gonna scale it a little bit. Then I'm gonna go around here. Let me also apply the scale. I'm gonna press Shift A and I will bring a plane axis. And what I'm gonna do with this plane axis empty, I'm going to the plane that we just created, mirror, and the mirroring axis is gonna be Y and also Z axis. And as the mirror object, we select the empty that we just created. So as you can see, now we are having everything mirrored in both ways. So maybe I can go up just a little bit more, like that. Okay, so now we have the basics, and let's also do one last thing with this image here. I'm gonna set the depth to front, and then I'm gonna enable opacity, like that, so we can see both the image and the plane that we just created. And now let's fit to this curve. First off, we are gonna create this curve here. So from what I saw when I was doing it, the shapes are pretty complex, so we need to take them just one by one. I'm gonna extrude on Y. Oh, 1 second. We are gonna also enable clipping at the mirror modifier, and what's gonna do that is just gonna stop right in the middle here. Okay, so I see I need to move only a little bit here on x-axis. I'm gonna add, let's say, 2 edge loops. It's fine for the moment, and I will move just a tiny bit this here, and that's gonna be here. Now let's adjust the verts, because I will create also these circles here for the pistons, for the brake pistons. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna select this edge here without the middle one. We don't need the middle one. Extrude Z, so I'm gonna go just a little bit, like that. Now I will need, let's say, I'm gonna add 2 edge loops around here and 1 edge loop around here, because the other one is on the other side. Okay, so now with Alt pressed, I can select the whole edge loop from here, scale on X, so something like that. For the moment, I'm gonna select only these edges here, and wait, I've done something wrong. I need to extrude X like this. And same action over here, like that. Now we are going to point selection, and I'm gonna move the verts where I see that's fitting the circle from the piston, and the last one here, like that. Okay, so something like this. We also have this plane here. Then I'm going back to edge select. Let's just select everything but without the middle edge. Okay, and then I'm gonna extrude again on Z axis. Now I'm gonna move this edge here more up front, let's say around this area, and let's start with this part here. So I select this here, I'm gonna go to something like that, and now with the verts selected we are gonna adjust the verts. So that's gonna be here. I'm gonna add one more edge loop around here because I forgot this one, and I'm gonna enable automatic snapping, then like that. That's gonna snap on that point. We don't need it anymore. So this point is gonna be right here, like that. Now let's take a look what we are having here. I'm gonna select all the points from this area, and I'm gonna go, let's say that's enough, and then extrude z-axis like this. Now I'm gonna smooth a little bit the thing, so Control B, and that's gonna create a bevel. I guess that's enough with something like that. Let's carry on. I will select this point here, and that's gonna go somewhere around here like that. I'm gonna select these points from here without the ones on the edges, and I'm gonna move them around here. This seems to be fine. And then let's see. So I'm going to edges, and I will select every single edge until this one, like that. Extrude X. Okay, now let's adjust the points. We just place them roughly around this area, like that. Let me slide this point around here. Okay, that looks fine. Now I'm gonna put one edge loop around here, then I'll extrude on Y until this point, and then extrude, let's see where I'm gonna put this edge around this area, something like that. Then if I go to the side view, we can see both of the objects, G, Z. So around here seems to be fine. Then I will extrude on Z-axis like that. Let's see, I'm just gonna move it a little bit more around here. So that's how it's gonna go. And after that, if I select all the points from here and then get some thickness to them, so I extrude on Z-axis, so this edge is gonna be extruded on Y-axis around here. Let me also slide this point here because it's too close to the other edge. Now we select all of these three edges, I press F, and that's creating a face. It's pretty simple. Let me also position this edge around here. That's how it should look, like this. Then let's carry on. So now we need a little bit more depth. Let me also select this. Then first of all, let's make this panel here. Extrude X like that. Let's adjust the points. So something like that. I'm just gonna select the points from here. Then G, Z. Let me adjust them to a point like that. Now I can select these edges around here, then extrude them. I'm gonna position this point here, and the other points are gonna stay here. I'm gonna get them a little bit down like that, then get them all the way down. Let me also select these points, and I'm gonna move them just a little bit like that. What I got now, I can make a face around here, so that's perfect. We got something solved. Two edge loops which are gonna be moved around here, so that's perfect. Now we need to create that shape there. Let me just hide the reference image because we can solve it without the reference image. We know exactly what we are needing to do. I'm gonna go to Y-axis, extrude Z, and maybe I'm gonna scale on Z-axis so everything is straight around there, like that. Now I'm gonna turn on snapping, and this point is gonna snap here. For the moment, that's the only point that we are gonna snap. And let's see what we need to make. I also need to extrude this point around here. Let's also snap this point like that. And now let's see how we are gonna create the faces. So here I should have a quad with this. Here I have another quad, but here, you know what, I don't need the face here. So I'm gonna delete it, and then I will select every single face here, and that's our shape. We got it perfectly. It's a better geometry than the first time when I've done the shape here. When I've done the test, it was like, how I should solve that. I don't understand exactly what's happening with the geometry. It was just a mess. It was not helping me at all. So let's see. I'm gonna select. Let me slide this point, but without snapping. I will slide this point around here, and then by selecting all of these edges, I have enough to set this part here. Let's just say I'm gonna scale on Z-axis something like that, and I'm gonna move it somewhere around here. Let me see where I am. I will adjust a little bit the points. Okay, I'm gonna select the edges, then extrude again. I'm gonna set the middle points around here, and then that goes here, like that. And let's see how much I should go down, like that. I will get a little bit more down with these points, like this. Things are looking good. Then here I will need to create a space. So let's first off do this part around here. Let me adjust this point around here, like that. Then extrude Z, scale on Z, so everything is gonna be straight, like that. I'm gonna select these points around here, and they go into this area. Now let me see. I'm gonna get a little bit outwards these points. Let me also move this a little bit more out, and then we just need to create some faces. So that's a face, and that's a face here. That's pretty much the shape. So we solved that area. Now I'm not gonna select this edge here, and I'll show you why. I will select also the edge here. Then I will extrude on Z-axis and here. And now, as you can see here, we just can select the three edges and we have a face. Everything looks perfect. Now let's see how we are doing with the quads. Here I have a face like that, which is not helping me. I'm gonna add one more edge loop, and I'm gonna move the edge loop around here. Then here I should have a quad, but I don't like exactly what's happening. It looks just strange. So I'm gonna select this here. If I'm gonna add one point around here, just like that. I'm gonna add one more edge loop around here. I'm gonna pull this vert a little bit more inside, and with that I just solved this area here. I just create a face now, and things are looking good again. Now let's also get some depth into this area. Extrude X, okay, until here. I'll slide this point here and this point here. Then let's create a face, F, like that. Maybe that's too thick, so I'm gonna go on X just like this, and maybe I will go outside with that edge like this, and also this vert needs to go outside a little bit like that. So this is following more the image that we are seeing here. Now let's do some things. I guess I'm not needing anymore the empty image, the reference image, because now what I should do, I will select these edges here, extrude Y, they are fitting right in the middle here, like that. So I'm gonna close the mesh. I select these edges here. Let me just select the whole edge loop, extrude Z like that. That's gonna slide just a little bit, and this needs to fit inside of here, and at last, like that. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna extrude that on X-axis around here. So let's see, at last, like that. Now let's see how we are going with the closure. I'm gonna select this edge. With this edge, F. I slide this verts around here, then like that. So that's how we are gonna close the mesh. And let me see where that edge loop goes. Okay, let's say I'm gonna add this edge loop around here. Then I will go on x-axis with this like that, on y a little bit, something like this. Now let's see. I'm gonna add a subdivide modifier, and we already got the shapes as we need them. I'm gonna shade it smooth, and let's just add some edge loops. One goes here, one goes here. That's just playing me. I will add one here, one edge loop here on the side, just like that. Everything goes well. Just an edge loop around here, and we just finished with the first part, something like that. Let me see the statistics. I see I have a lot of faces. Of course, we can go with one level of subdivision. It's just enough. We don't need a lot of geometry, as they're gonna be multiplied by 4. Well, 2, and in the back we are gonna have another model, but I'm gonna do it separated for the car model. Now let's do the disc, and with that I'm gonna add a cylinder. Let's see the radius. Later on I'm gonna get it to the world scale. So I'm adjusting the x-axis until I get a good position for it. 32 faces, it seems to be enough. Now let's see the thickness, how much we are going in depth. So around here, that's gonna be our disc. And let's see what I will do. Let's select both faces here. I for inset, we're gonna inset the faces. Then a P selection. Okay, so I separated the selection. Let's just go into local view. Let's create some faces here, just like that. Now, if I select again these faces around here, I'm gonna create an inset around this area. Then I create another one here. Let me see. And also I'm gonna get to see through. I'm gonna scale a little bit the thing. Then I'm going on Z-axis around here, let's say. Okay, that's fine. So something like that. We don't need a lot of geometry there. I'm just gonna add 2 edge loops around here, then scale Z, so we just get some space there. I'm gonna select this edge loop, and that's gonna go. Okay, then I will select these edge loops here. Let's see, extrude, scale without Z. That's how much I need to go, like that. And now I will get the cursor to the middle point around here. Now what I'm gonna do, let me first off get rid of the reference image. First off, I will bring a circle like that. Then I will add a cube. Let's just scale the cube a little bit. That's just too much. GZ like that. I'm gonna apply the scale. Now let's scale a little bit on x-axis like that. Then what I can do, I'm gonna add an array modifier. Let's just see what we are doing. Let's get some space in between them. Then I can add a curve modifier, and with the curve modifier I can just select the circle here, and that's the result that I'm getting. Let me scale a little bit the circle, so it's gonna be close to the edge there. Now let's see how many arrays we need to do. So 80 looks fine. Now I will change the distance here to 1.49. So that seems to be good. Like that. Then let's do some brake pads. And I'm gonna do that by going to this mesh here. I'm just gonna select these panels around here. P selection. Okay. We don't need to subdivide it. The fact that I already have the mirror modifier, it's just perfect to me. Now let's see how we are going with them. First off, I'm gonna adjust the size of the pads with something like that. Maybe I'm having too many edges, so I'm gonna get rid of some of them. So delete and then dissolve edges. Maybe I'm gonna dissolve this one also. Okay, like that. So let's see, this one is gonna be here, this one is gonna be here, like that. This seems to be fine. Now I'm gonna get this around here. This goes like that. Now let me adjust a little bit the things here, so that's gonna show up like this. And now I'm gonna adjust the solidify modifier, because in this way I can see better what's happening. Like, let me show. If I don't have the solidify modifier, I'm not seeing anything, and I don't know exactly what I'm adjusting. So I'm gonna I'm gonna show the solidify modifier. Then let's do something like 0.44, something like that. Shade smooth with auto smooth. I'm gonna place the pads around here. Now let's see, it's G. Okay, so the pad is gonna be around here. Now I need to adjust a little bit the shapes here. I also think that's too thin. I'm just gonna press B, and then I'm gonna select everything from here, like that. Then G, Z. So we get it a little bit bigger. That looks more like a caliper. Okay, like that. Then let me see what's happening here. Then I'm gonna extrude on X here. Let's get to the points like this. I'm gonna add one edge loop around here, and then let's see, Shift A, cylinder, that's gonna be, let's say 14 or maybe 12 should be fine. I'm gonna adjust the radius later. For the moment I just got the shape. Shift scale without Z, shade smooth with auto smooth. Let's just change the angles like that. I'm gonna scale it a little bit on the Z axis like that. Now that's too thick, so something like that. Control A, so I apply the scale. Then let's do some details on it. Insert, extrude, and scale Z like that. Insert, extrude, scale Z like this. Now let's add two edge loops. I'm gonna scale them on Z axis the same. Now the edges are gonna be here, S, and then Shift Z, so we are scaling without the Z axis. And I'm gonna do this kind of a thing. Then I can add a mirror modifier on Y axis, and let's select the mirroring empty like that. Then I will add one more bar around here. I guess I'm having this kind of thing here. So let's select the pads. I'm gonna see through, so I'm selecting everything from here. Shift DP selection. Okay, now with this one I don't really need the solidify modifier. Let's just see what I'm doing, because I need to adjust a little bit of the shapes here. So this point is gonna be slide around here, this point is gonna be slide around here, just like that. I don't need this much here. Let's just see how I am going with it. GX, extrude Z, like that. So that's what I need to get. Now let's take a look at the faces. These faces are gonna be pushed more into X-axis like that. Let me also get these ones like this. Then I will slide these points around here. This point is gonna be slide here. Extrude, just like that. Let's go back to the edges. So I'm gonna move just a little bit the edge around here. So that's how it should look. We have also the pads. We got everything in place. Now let's see. I'm gonna move the cursor around here, let's say. Let's also save, just to be sure. And I already have 41 minutes. The time is passing so fast when I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So let's bring a cylinder. I forgot what I need to bring. 6 sides for the cylinder, like that. Let me also rotate it on X-axis 90 degrees, like that, so I see exactly how it's gonna be positioned. For the radius, I don't need it to be this big, so it can be, let's say, like this. That's pretty fine. And for the depth, I also don't need a lot of depth for this. And then let's see, I'm gonna play a little bit with it, but without the Y-axis, so I can adjust only on that face there. I'm just gonna get the cursor back to the world origin where it was. Here I'm gonna add a mirror modifier with the z-axis as the mirroring. So I have on the other side here another point, and I don't know exactly if it's visible here in the image. Let's select only the image. We are gonna go in local view. So here, as you can see, we are having a pipe, a small pipe. That's where the brake liquid it's flowing, and I'm gonna do also that. Let's get out of the local view. I don't need anymore the reference image. So you know what? I'm gonna get the cursor back there. I'm gonna bring a plane. Let's scale it a little bit. And if I go to edit mode to points and press M, merge all of them at center. Now there is only one point. Let me see through, and that's the point. It's hiding right here. And let's see, I'm gonna extrude it on y-axis somewhere around here. Let's say, let's add a mirror modifier also for this little thing. On z-axis, I have the mirroring part here. Now let's see what we are gonna do with it. So I'm gonna go with the point until here straight. Then I'm gonna go to this area around here, and that's gonna go down around here, let's say. Then extrude Z like that, also with the clipping turned on for the mirroring. Okay, so I need to go a little bit more on y-axis like that. Now I'm gonna select these 2 points, and I'm gonna press Ctrl Shift B. So that's gonna bevel the things here like that. I can apply the mirror modifier, and then I'm gonna go to objects, convert, and I'm gonna convert it to a curve. And by doing that, now I can just add some bevel to the object like that. Let's shade its mode. So that's looking perfect. We just solved that problem. We don't really need to make it from the geometry. It's much harder. It's just easier to work with points. We just position them, and then you get the pipe. So I'm gonna add one small cylinder around here. Let's also rotate that on x-axis 90 degrees like that. So there is gonna be this. Let's make an inset. I'm gonna extrude this. Then I'm gonna make another inset around here. Then GY, I'm gonna make it like that. So that's enough. So that's the result. Of course, we need to apply the mirror modifier and everything if we wanna move it. 1 second, and I will get also the car model. I will place it on the car model. So guys, as you can see, that's how it should stay on the car. In the next tutorial, when we are gonna do also the materials for the car, I'm gonna add also the wheels here and everything. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. And you will have the separated model with the caliper and the brake disc on the CG Trader account. I will leave a link down into the description, and it's gonna also be updated on the car model that I just created, so you can take a look in the last tutorials that I've done until now to see how I created this cool car. And I still have to do a lot of things to this car, like the interior and the materials. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye.